Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Y'all, oh my gosh, what a month. Well, how are y'all doing? I feel like I haven't seen y'all in so long. How are y'all doing? Oh my gosh. Um, uh, well, happy weekend, happy Sunday, happy moon in Gemini. There's a lot happening as you know, and luckily the moon is not void today. And I'll probably do a video later on the void moon because it's really important. And I think that y'all know that I bring some up in the bonus spreads, but when the moon is void, it basically just means it's done aspecting and it's moving into another sign. So it's void of course. And so the easiest way to explain it, but I'll do another video where I talk about this. It is kind of like a mini Mercury retrograde, but it's not, has nothing to do with Mercury. But you just don't have any energy or anything from the moon, so it's a good time to not make like verbal agreements, not sign contracts. Definitely don't like sign on a house and things like that, because you're just not getting any support from the moon. And so we have had a lot of void moons the past week, and we will have many, many more. I think that this upcoming week we have like 3, but sometimes it can last like a couple seconds or like minutes. Yeah. But sometimes it can last an entire day, maybe even longer. So luckily, again, today the moon's not void. How are y'all doing? Ruby, yeah, she's right here. You see, I got a new carpet for her so she can lay on the carpet. Do you see her right behind me? Yeah. We were locked out of the apartment again, and we had just come from the vet, and she had a lot of treatment on her back. And I think that we have to do, and I think I left something earlier. I asked something in the tarot readings about stem cell, if anyone has had stem cell for their dog treatment, stem cells treatment, but she might just have to get surgery. We're at that point. So we'll see. She's in her knee braces. I had to get a locksmith yesterday. I still have Uranus on my ascendant. So I have this for a long time, and I'm just going to have surprises every day. And it's just been very, very interesting to navigate. But anyway, and Uranus, I wonder if I'm asking y'all all the time, like, what has been going on with Uranus for y'all? Uranus being in Gemini for the first time. So, with the moon in Gemini, Uranus was conjuncting the moon yesterday. I'm a Gemini rising. You all know that. So yeah, it happened at an early degree, and I think it was so like 1 degree, and I'm a 0 degree Gemini rising, and that was around the time that I was locked out. That's around the time that we were at the vet. It's been a fun, interesting, and I'm doing all the other stuff for Great Awakener. Thank you so much for everyone that signed up. And yes, that was another surprise that there was. So I been still working about 14 hours a day since June. And so I'm really tired to let you know. But I did hire people to help me just in case there were questions that came through. And I noticed last night at 2 a.m. that they didn't answer anybody's questions about sign up and promo codes and things like that. So hopefully that everything's fixed now. Hopefully that works out. But if you had any issues, please let me know. And everyone who has signed up, thank you so much for signing up, y'all. And thank you so much for all your support too. It has been, I'm honestly, I'm hanging in by a thread, and I'm gonna get some sleep tonight. I know I will. Tonight's the night. But everything that's been happening with Ruby and I'm still in personal, what is it called? Therapy, private physical therapy. I can't even talk. And I've just been at the computer screen like 14 hours a day, and so I can barely see y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep tonight because I'm out, because it was just like a big hump. And now we're gonna talk about September. How are y'all feeling about September? First of all, how are you feeling about August? Remember, I said August is gonna be a little bonkers. It's a very important month. Everyone's going through change. Yeah, because of the prison portal. All right. And it's prism, Prism. I saw someone's comment. They're like, wait, what? Prison portal? No, prism. It could be my accent, but yeah. Is everybody going through change? Is everybody feeling it? Is everybody feeling the energy? And the good news is, remember, we're out of the harder energies. But I'm going to talk about September. Let's just dive right into September. Remember, that new moon is coming up in Virgo, 0 degrees, right? And that's going to be next weekend. So please pay attention to that new moon. It's a big one. It's really big. A 0 degree new moon followed by an eclipse, solar eclipse at 29 degrees in the same sign. It's big, okay? And so I really want you to pay attention to that. And there's just so many other things happening at the end of the month. On top of, doing things for Great Awakener, putting your courses together. And there was I'm going to do a live stream where I talk about what happened, the reason why things went sideways. And again, it was Uranus on my ascendant. And I didn't tell you everything. I think I told you about the fraud and the death threats that I was getting from someone that wasn't doing the work, and I gave him 1 star, and so that was like a whole other thing. But I didn't tell you everything, and there's something that happened that was just it doesn't happen in real life. So I am going to tell you that, but it's one of the reasons why I've had to continue to work on it. But it's something that I'm really passionate about, and it's something that I really think is very important, and I think that it was really necessary to launch it at the perfect time. So anyway, all right, so September. Oh yeah, so the new moon, so that's actually part, and I want you to see that as an extension of September. Okay, it's an extension of what you're about to move into that September energy. And what's happening is that at the end of August, remember, we also have, and I'm working on your forecast now, we also have Uranus sextile Neptune. And so remember, we just had Uranus sextile Saturn sextile Saturn and Uranus. Well, we are going to have Uranus sextile Neptune next week. It's big. It hasn't happened since the 1960s. And that, remember, those are the legs of the prison portal, because Saturn conjunct Neptune's up here. It's at the apex. And then you have Uranus trine Pluto at the bottom to make that pyramid. And it is going to be the last week, before eclipse season, the last week that you have this really big portal of energy. So please take advantage. Please put yourself out there. And please expand your consciousness. It's like the universe is telling you right now with this prison portal, it's trying to make you see things in new ways, and it's trying to get you to do new things to prepare you for February 2026 when we have the Great Reset. Because what's going to happen when we move into September, everything's going to change. Yeah, everything's going to change. That prison portal. And so that window kind of closes a little bit, and then it reopens in February. And that's why I've been trying to get you to, really take that inspired action now this summer, so you can, create your reality, put yourself where you need to be by the time you get to February. And so September, let's start with September. Y'all, oh my gosh, y'all, thank you so much. You mean so much. You mean so much to me, and I'm so I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you. So I really do appreciate it. Ellen, you woke up with your first full board panic attack dream this morning, only 30 minutes ago. Oh, wow. I hope you're okay. that's, you know, that's kind of a big deal. So I hope you're okay. Take some deep breaths, try to like go out in nature. That will always help, because it's, you know, it clears your headspace and you're connecting with the natural energies and the frequencies of earth. Okay, put your feet in grass, yeah, or dirt, it doesn't matter. It just, that's gonna help. All right, have some tea, yeah. All right, Ellen. Joey, I hope, and let me know if I can give you other. I'm not a medical professional, but I can give you other like things that I do. Joey, you tried signing up today and you could not do it. Yeah, there's. Can you tell me? Actually, can you tell me what's happening? Because it's there's been a couple people that haven't been able to, and I'm not sure why. Because it's like that was tested so many times. So everyone should be able to sign up, but there was a couple people that weren't able to. So I really, because that'll help me figure things out, and I can let the developer know all about that. But you know, in the meantime, you know, one thing that he did, and I'll leave this in the thing here. I'm leaving it in the comments. So he did this separate link where you can sign up, and it goes straight to the thing. Okay. Oh gosh. And then remember, y'all have every tier has their promo codes. So just look through the member community posts. You'll find I put your promo codes in there. Yeah. All right. And yes, and I did get back into my apartment. Thank you so much for that. I've never gotten a locksmith. I've never, you know, before Uranus came out my Sunday, I've never locked myself out. I don't know what's been going on. 5 times is a lot. It's a lot. And luckily I would have like people in the building, my neighbors that live on top. So I would just buzz one of them. They would let me in. But nobody was home. And then I can't call the landlord. She was out of town. I called the supervisor. He was up in the Bronx. And so it was good though. I needed that time. It's just been like nonstop for me. And yeah, so I needed that time. And I did get the locksmith, and they're expensive. I want to know, have y'all ever been locked out? If you've been locked out of your apartment, please tell me, and tell me how much you paid for a locksmith, because I was like, what? All right, y'all, it's so good to see everybody. And again, thank you so much. Gosh, y'all are amazing. Y'all are so amazing. I'm looking through your comments because I'm just really emotional today. And so I just reading them makes me feel good. So thank you. Yeah, Anita, I love that. Oh, look, I can do this. Oh, and I don't have my moderator today. He's going to be on. So I do my first live stream. I hope y'all are going to make it. Thank you so much for this comment. Like, it just really, really helps. Yeah. And just, I am doing my first live stream on greatawakener.com. It's going to be the predictions, world predictions, and then the deep dives. So all the things. I know you see out my chocolate. I haven't eaten since yesterday. I ordered food, but it never came. So Uranus on my Sunday. I am doing the deep dives, the channeled messages, the things that I, really you can't talk about on this platform. I'm doing the first one today at Great Awakener. I'm so excited. And it's so interesting because Pluto is in my sign, right? Pluto in Aquarius. And there's been a lot of aspects with Pluto. And especially when there's stuff that happens with Scorpio, because Pluto, Scorpio's ruler, Moon in Scorpio, things like that. It's almost like for many months, I've held these things in. I think I've told you that. There's so much that I've held in with a lot of things that are happening around the world. And I've seen a lot of things, and I want to tell y'all, but it's also like I want to just get off my chest too, and I want to just put it out there. So I am so happy to be doing this, finally having my place to talk about some of the things that are happening in the world. And so the channeled messages, the things that I see. And please remember, you have to be at least medium awake. I'm always going to say you have to be a medium awake, because there's a lot of things that were hard for me to accept. And I had to do a lot of research into why I saw this. And when I say research, other channelers, other remote viewers, did they see the same things I saw? And I was able to check off some boxes. So I've just let you know there's a lot happening. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's I'm gonna Jean, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, Jean. Jean, and a lot of y'all, thank you so much for all your support. You're gonna make me cry. You really are. But you're gonna, yeah, Jean. It's always just Jean got a private reading with me, and she's been with my channel. She's been so supportive since the beginning. And so, Jean, I'm so much gratitude for you, for all of y'all here. Okay, thank you so much for being here. And tell me your stories. Tell Marshall, you said August has been absolutely out of control. Tell me your stories, because that's what I'm also doing on Great Awakener. I'm going to tell you, I'm going deeper with the astrology and even like looking at some of you. I mean, even if you just tell me your sun, moon, rising, I tell you like why, like what. Yeah, but I need to know degrees and things like that. But I'm also going to bring on new people that are going to do some things, and I'm excited to make that announcement. I just got to get out of this Mercury shadow period. That's the other thing. Yeah, Mercury went direct, which is great. No more Mercury retrograde. That was a Monday. But remember, it's hovering at that 4 degrees, so it's really just not, it's spinning in circles, and it's still in my 3rd house of communication, of messages, of technology, of these glitches that are happening. So it comes with a package. Anyway, let's talk about September, and then I'll get to your questions. And then, yes, we're gonna talk about this. So the main thing about September 2025, and please, again, I'm just gonna stress this one more time. Everything that you want to do, please do it now. Anything new, anything that you want, please put your energy out there now, because September is a little different from August, and it's a little bit more unpredictable because we do have eclipses. Okay, not only that, we do have Saturn going retrograde, and then back into Pisces. So Saturn, which has been in Aries since May. Did you hear that? There's my food. Which has been in May, conjuncting Neptune. It's you felt that, okay? Was it May? It was May, yeah. April? It was April. March, April, May. So technically more of June, it was the end of May. So you've been feeling that, but Saturn's going back to Pisces. Remember, Saturn was in Pisces for the past 2 years. You've been experiencing that. And so it's almost like back to the future, right? You're going back to the past to just kind of settle things up. And Saturn will be back into Pisces the rest of the year. And it starts September 1st, September 2nd. And then Uranus goes retrograde. And you're going to feel that. Everyone's going to feel that. And that's going to happen right after Saturn moves into Pisces. So let me give you some dates here. Okay, so we are doing wait, wrong place. I'm gonna do the banners here. So we're talking about September 2025. Okay, so I am going to do that. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Thank you, Uranus. Uranus. Okay, hopefully this works now. Okay, there we go. Did you see that? Oh, wait, September 2025. Yeah, okay, great. So the main thing is the eclipses, right? But we can't really talk about them until we talk about Saturn going retrograde, okay, back into Pisces, okay? And so this is going to be right on the 1st, September 1st, 2nd. Yeah. But what makes this a little bonkers is that Mercury is leaving Leo for the first time since June 26. Remember, Mercury was retrograde in Leo, so it was still there, and now it's going forward. And so that's going to be a big deal because Mercury, right on the next day, the second, Mercury moves into Virgo. And we like that because Mercury is the ruler for Virgo. And so Mercury will be in its domicile, and we consider it exalted there too. So there's a little bit of reliability with Mercury here. Okay. So we really, really love that. And remember, we are in Virgo season. So we have the sun in Virgo. Yeah. And Mercury in Virgo. But the first week of September is really, there's a lot. And it may be a bumpy ride moving into September. And I say that because you see Mercury's in Virgo on the second, so that's great. But on the third, Mercury will square Uranus right away. And so these squares, you know, they have a little bit of a squeeze. Uranus is unexpected, surprises. You can use this. Remember, you can always use this. But this one is a little different. It's a little stronger because remember, Mercury is now in Virgo. Uranus is in Gemini. Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. So really strong mercurial energy here. And Mercury is communication. It's thinking, it's processing things, it's ideas, but it is also things that you're launching. It's writing projects, it's selling things, it's things like that. Yeah. And so it's very interesting what's happening here. And then, so expect a little bit of like, there may be some conversations that you have that, or messages that you get that can be a little bit, you know, surprising, unexpected. No. And every sign is going to feel it differently. Remember that. Every sign, it depends on your sign, what area, what chart it's going to impact. So that's really interesting. And remember, you can use these aspects, right? You can always use this. When something that's happening at the end of August 31st, is that Mercury will be trining Chiron. And I talk about this in your current forecast that I'm working on. And so you're still going to be feeling that. And that's like healing words, right? Like having those wonderful, deep conversations with someone that's, you know, and it's very cathartic and therapeutic. So that's really nice. But again, Mercury square Uranus, just expect there may be a little bit of words. But then this happens. September 4th. You have Mars square. Mars square Jupiter. Square Jupiter. And we're going to go deeper into that when I do your September forecasts, which should be out next week. And I hope I can, yeah, they will. They will. I'm fine. I'm going to get them. But Mars square Jupiter, you know, again, there's something here where there may be a little bit of a squeeze. And again, there may be something here that tests you. Okay. It's Mars in Libra, and Mars doesn't do well in Libra. Mars is detriment in Libra, but Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, which is amazing. Yeah. So it's just know that there may be something. You see that the first week of September already there's retrogrades and squares, right? And so there may be something here, but again, you can use this as well. And I'll walk you through it. I just got really close to the camera. I'll walk you through it when I do your September forecast next week. But I'm just giving you a little bit of highlights here just to show you, like, the first week is a little bit there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of activity. So I'm going to show you one last thing that's happening. Yeah, the first week, the day after, Uranus goes retrograde. And Uranus goes retrograde until February 3rd. And then Uranus will go back into Taurus on the 27th. Yeah, so that is gonna be kind of a big deal. So remember, we already have Saturn moving into Pisces. Uranus is going back into Taurus. So remember, these are planets that are part of the prison portal. And that's why I said, please take advantage, take those inspired actions, put yourself where you want to be by February 2026. You have this new era that we're moving into. But come September, again, it's almost like blast to the past. It's finishing things up that you've been working with, especially Uranus going retrograde, moving back into Taurus. And it was there for 7 years. It's going to be at that 29-degree point, that critical degree. And Uranus is all about surprises and the unexpected. So remember, Uranus is all about breakthroughs too. It's all about your breakthroughs. So think of it more as like September, a lot of things that you had been working on, building upon and whatnot. Maybe the past year, maybe the past 2 years. It's almost like this is your goodbye story, like your graduation. Okay. So it's finishing things up, because what happened is you got a little break in terms of you got this window over the summer, this glimpse of what your life is going to be like February 2026 and beyond. And you know that you create your reality. And so that's why I kept saying, take inspired action, because you got that summer window of opportunity. And so it really is an interesting month, because after that, and this is just 2 days later, you will see that, well, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. So you see the first week of September is bonkers. It's bonkers. It's completely bonkers. And it's on the node. It's on the North Node. So remember, you've been having little peaks of things happening. Yeah. With all those aspects with the North Node that's been preparing you. And your North Node is your, it's your future. It's the direction you're going. It's your mission statement. It's a fated point. It's your destiny, if you want to call it your destiny. It's you moving forward, life purpose, all of that. And so remember, this is a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. What just happened 6 days before that? Saturn moved back into Pisces. And so the good news is that Jupiter will sextile the sun. Pluto and Uranus still really great during this eclipse. And the other thing is, with these eclipses, you already know that we have a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo, and I'm going to put that up here on the screen. Eclipses are game changers. They change everything, okay? But it really depends on your chart, right? And so everyone's impacted differently by these eclipses. But let's say, for instance, because I get a lot of questions about this, let's say in your birth chart, you have nothing in Pisces, in that Pisces area of your chart. Like me, I have nothing in Pisces. And then let's say your husband or, your boyfriend or your sister, they have like 4 planets in Pisces. Well, this full moon lunar eclipse is going to have a bigger impact on them. Okay. So, but it doesn't mean it won't have an impact on you. You're still going to be impacted, right? It's the North Node. There's still aspects, but everyone's still going to be impacted. But the people who have planets there, especially right on the degree, yes, they're going to be impacted the most. And remember, eclipses are 100 times the power of a new moon or a full moon. And this is a big one. All right. And so you see right off the bat, you're coming into everything that you were working on, everything that was happening with Saturn in Pisces for the past 2 years. Everything that Saturn made hard for you, or, the work he made you do, the responsibilities he was giving you, the reality checks, all of that. But Saturn in Pisces, honestly, is a very different vibe from Saturn in Aries. So some of y'all may, and remember, you've already gone through 2 years of it. So this is, again, more like a check-in. Yeah, more like a check-in, a graduation point. So and we'll talk about it, but it really is just the fact that the sun will sextile Jupiter. I mean, that's the other thing. Let me put this in here. This is happening just at the time of the full moon as well. It'll happen a little bit later, but right there, we have the sun sextile Jupiter and Mercury sextile Jupiter. They happen twice a year, and these are great. These are great. You have Jupiter exalted in Cancer. You have Mercury exalted in Virgo. Wonderful, right? So there's still amazing things that are happening. And here's another great date for you. Just, what is it, 3 days after? Yeah, Venus sextile Mars. Whoa. Oh my goodness. This typically happens once a year. 2026, we're going to have it 3 times. But this is amazing, okay? They're the cosmic lovebirds. This is when you feel magnetic and charming. Remember, Venus is going to be in Leo at this time. That really cranks up your charm factor. And it's very, fiery when it comes to love and money and relationships and everything that Venus represents. But Venus is with now her dude, Mars, which is action and drive. And yes, this is very big for, romance and love and sexuality and just feeling empowered and assertive. And this is very, yes, like high sex drive, all of that, everything that you would think when Venus and Mars gets together. And again, creative projects, right? Money opportunities. This is great. This is really great. And Mars at this point is still in Libra. Yeah. And that's Venus's, Venus rules Libra. And so I really love this. And this, again, sextiles are windows of opportunity. Okay. And then you will see, I'm going to just show you a really bonkers day here. A really, really bonkers day. Well, let me do it so you see everything. I'm just going to cut and paste. It makes everything easier. Or copy paste. Let me see. Oh, I got to delete some banners again. All right. So delete. All right. So there we go. Let's try it now. Look at that. So this is on the 17th and the 18th. Yes, we have more oppositions. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. But you do see Mercury will trine Uranus, Mercury will trine Pluto, and then Mercury moves into Libra. A lot of communication people are going to be doing. You're going to be very social. They're having a lot of conversations here with Venus sextile Mars, Mercury sextile Jupiter, Sun sextile Jupiter. So do you see things forming for you around this eclipse? Very, very interesting. And then I'm going to show you something here. This is happening on the 19th. Venus moves into Virgo. So Venus moves Leo, moves into Virgo. And Venus in Virgo is a little bit more like, it's very, like neat. Venus is a little bit more neat than Venus and Leo, and we'll talk about it. But now, yeah, it's so interesting because we just had Mercury in Virgo for a hot second, right? You see that Mercury moved into Libra just the day before. And yeah, Venus in Virgo is going to change a lot because it's really kind of like vibrating with the energy with the sun in Virgo, and there's still a couple more oppositions throughout the month, a couple more squares throughout the month. You know, we'll talk more about it, but I really want to just highlight this real quick because this is something you need to see, the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. And remember, this is happening at 29 degrees, which is, you know, that critical degree. There's something big happening. And I said in some forecasts, so remember how I just explained the full moon lunar eclipse, if you have nothing in your chart in that Pisces area, and right? But again, everyone's still feeling something, but it's like when you have planets there, you feel it more. It's more specific to you. And I think that I explained this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo is happening at 29 degrees. And I'm a 29 degree Virgo moon, meaning this solar eclipse in Virgo is going to be happening right on my moon in Virgo. And this is why I'm always trying to get you to watch your moon as well, because it's been an emotional roller coaster ride for a lot of people. I tell you, it's going to be bonkers. A lot of things happen in the past few months. And it's really connecting with like your emotions or feelings, the subconscious. Remember, you want to be expanding your consciousness. So, you know, all the advice that I offer for even like your moon sign, really take that, because that's going to explain a lot of, that's going to, remember, illuminate with the moon. And the moon is also like home and family and, you know, the maternal side and nurturing. And yeah, it represents a lot. And so this I know is going to be really big for me because it's right on my Virgo moon in my 4th house. So the foundations of my life. There's going to be some change for me. That's going to be big. And you're going to be here to experience that with me. And again, I with these things, I talk more about like in the Great Awakener, and when y'all say things here, yeah, more in the Great Awakener. But I now really want you to take this one seriously, because yes, it's a powerful new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees. That's powerful. But remember, Saturn just moved back into Pisces. Yeah? Meaning Saturn left that 1 degree point of Aries, that 0 1 degree point, and is now at 29 degrees at this point in Pisces. So this new moon solar eclipse in Virgo will be opposite Saturn in Pisces. Yeah? It's a big one. Okay? It's a big one. And yeah, for me and for anyone that has Virgo placements, and I would even say all the mutable signs, yeah, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, will really feel these eclipses the most this month. All right. So really look at your charts, and again, we're going to do a lot more on I'm just so excited to do the oh my gosh, I'm just so excited about Great Awakener. But yeah, so just keep it in mind, just mark this one in your calendar, because these are eclipses. They're changing things in your life and more about like your journey. Okay. And they can bring the unexpected. Yeah. The other thing is, this one is just these eclipses, you feel them. You'll feel them like weeks before, weeks after. Yeah. So I'll be working your September forecast, and I'm gonna show you one more thing. That is bonkers for September. This is happening the day after after the eclipse. So you just have to consider it happening at the same time of the new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. We right off the bat move into Libra season, the equinox, and you know the equinox is change at the eclipse, and then Mars moves into Scorpio. And Mars in Scorpio, Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. It's now in its home. Mars is really happy, and he's got a lot of room to, and so just expect a lot of action, yeah. And remember, Mars was in Cancer, retrograde for Mars was in Cancer and Leo for a long time, going back and forth for like 6 months, 7 months, and then went into Virgo, and then Libra, and then he's home now. He's gonna be doing things for you. Okay, so that is that's September. And again, I'll work on your forecast, but just take note. Yeah, take note. Oh gosh, I'm gonna plug Great Awakener again. We've been working on the digital journals, and one of the reasons why, 2 reasons, so you can take notes during live streams, because I know a lot of y'all do that in the forecast, and I love that. But also, I think I've told y'all that every day, you know, for the past like 20 years, I've written down what I do every day, you know, sometimes how I feel, like, etc. Because you always want to, I'm always going to reference things in the past. Yeah. Like this corresponds to, you know, this that happened 6 months ago. And so that's why I love this daily journal, because now you will be able to like write things down and be able to go back and look at things that happened in the past. And it looks really, I'm just so excited to debut them. And that's the other thing. It just took, there was this, just again, that one story of what happened the weekend before the launch. It's like, it just doesn't happen in real life. And I'm going to tell that story at some time, but yeah. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have to, anybody have any questions? I'm sorry, I have to eat something. I'm gonna, okay. Leland, okay, you said they aren't writing the code in the transaction. Okay. I'm gonna send all this over to them. Angel, I feel like some people got confused on the discount code. I'll make it clearer. I'll make it clearer. Thank you. I'll do another thing. Greg. Hey, Jimmy. Okay, let me do this, because then I can easy, because then I can see it bigger. It's like, okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. You're Libra Sun, Gemini rising, Pisces moon. Oh, Saturn 0 degrees in Sagittarius. You're gonna really feel the eclipses. Okay, you're gonna really feel the eclipses. Yeah. I would just pay attention to, I'm gonna do your forecast soon. But I am gonna I really want you to, I'm working on your forecast for the last week of August. Please pay attention to that. There's so many things happening that are big, okay? And it'll give you a little bit of an idea of like what you can expect coming up. And we are, again, just remember, there's a lot of like still going within. Saturn retrograde still, Pluto retrograde still, Uranus is about to go retrograde, Neptune's retrograde, like Chiron's retrograde, Ceres is retrograde. There's so many retrogrades. Yeah, I talk about Pluto being out of bounds too. Okay. Leah. Okay. And yeah, and I have that new, and here's the thing. This is going to go, there you go. That's the email if you have anything, because I had to have a talk with the people that, anyway, I'm just, Ellen, thank you, dear friend. Spirit. Okay, let me put this here so I can read it. We've chatted that dream through. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad. Okay. I'm so glad. Well, I'm a Virgo moon. I have to. I'm like, I feel, and yeah, okay. I'm glad. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're getting that support. All right. I feel better. All right. Um, grounding and walking. Okay. And it was a message. Yes. Pay attention to your dreams. You know, the solar activity right now too. Solar flows. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a live stream later tonight. I just feel like I need to like update on a lot of things now that Mercury is really technically we'll be out of shadow a lot later, but finally moving because he's now at like 5 degrees and the moon is in Gemini. Like I have to. It's gonna be like Joey. That is so interesting. I'm gonna send all of this. I'm gonna send all of this. Yeah. Angel, you said everything is expensive except the Great Awakener. Thank you. Yes. And and thank you and that's the thing is like, it's so new to me. I've never done anything like this before. And it's been a huge learning process for me as well. And I didn't realize how much it costs to just have this website running. I had no idea. And Uranus on my ascendant. It was a big surprise. I didn't realize that I needed so many different people for so many things. And even having that now, it's still like I'm coming out of that 14-hour day hump and I see it on the horizon. But I still have to make sure things are working for y'all. And it's been around the clock because they're all over the world. It's bonkers. Again, it's just Uranus just makes things a little bit so, but I'm hanging in there. I'm good. Yes, Ellen, you said emotions are very unusually high, and it's the solar flares. Remember, that can really have an impact on you, on your dreams, on your sleep, on your circadian rhythm. It's the energy, and again, I talk about this, and I'm going to talk more about it later tonight too. I think I should, with the solar flares and everything. That is so funny. I love that, Angel. It's a great awakening for you too. It is. M. Lopez, what time today, Jimmy? I don't want to miss your live stream. In 7 minutes. At 12. And then that's for the world predictions. And I think, oh, wait a minute. I think it's at 12:15. That's the thing. I think it's at 12:15. let me actually double check for you just so I don't. Oh gosh, 12:15. Yes, 12:15. Thank goodness. Okay. It's at 12:15. And then at 1 is when I do the deep dive. So that's how it's going to be formatted. I'm doing this weekly too. Every Sunday. Yeah. It's always going to be the channel predictions. I'm sorry, the predictions I do, the world predictions. And then after that, and that'll only be like 30 minutes because it's meant to be an extension of what I do here. But because I'm doing it every week there, you're getting more on Great Awakener. But I'm still going to do it once a month here as I normally do. Okay. But think of it as an extended version. And things I'm going to talk about that I don't talk about here. But then the deep dive, when I channel, none of that has been on this channel. I may have hinted at and nodded at a couple things, but I think I mentioned that last year I knew that there were some things that were going to happen this year, and I just could not say. There were some things I just, and so that's why a lot of people are like, "Oh, we can handle them." I was just like, but it's not the right time. It's not the right time. And to be honest, like the plays. And then, so again, that's why I'm so grateful to have had an amazing team help me get the launch up. And I'm going to tell you what happened. I'll do it, and I'll set up a live stream for tonight. I love connecting with y'all. This is why that it's all live streams too on that channel, okay, on Great Awakener, because I love this. I love connecting with you, and I think it's energy. We're connecting energetically. And I did the free tarot readings, and I hope some of y'all came to that. If you became a member at Great Awakener, I did the free tarot readings. The first one was 2.5 hours. I did free tarot readings for 2.5 hours, and then I did a second one yesterday, and it just makes me realize I just love doing this. I love doing this. It feels so good for me. And so I do believe in the power of connection. Okay. And so they're all live streamed. Okay. Over there. So we can have these chats. And you just don't get that anywhere else. I just don't think there's nobody else that does as many live streams as me that, well, I shouldn't say that, but in terms of having this joy and enthusiasm and answering all your questions, you see that I'm really excited about, I get very enthusiastic. Anyway, okay, I'll stop. I'm so emotional today, but in a good way. Yes, and I love Stuffalophagus. I'm glad you said that. You said, I have a great astrology story to share of current events in my life. Can't wait to share online. Wow. So yeah, that's also on Great Awakener. I built that community, or it's a community forum, the Greatly Awakened Community Forum. It's a community space, and that'll be ready by next week. And you're going to see it's for all of y'all to interact with each other. What's up there right now, remember, is just kind of like that placeholder. It's just comments that you can leave, but it's going to be, you'll see it. You're going to see its transformation. And I'm just so excited, looking at the mock-ups, and oh my gosh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And I'll be there too. Leaving comments, and they're going to be sectioned off, like astrology, tarot, current events, world event. There's gonna be. I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'll let you. I want to surprise you. I talk too much. Sarah, you've been very emotional too. You fell in love with someone at your temporary job, and this is my last week working there. I'm gonna miss him so much. Well, hey, you maybe not. You never know. You got new moon coming up. And remember what I said with Uranus in the mix. Oh gosh, just wait until the last week when you got Venus exile Uranus. Uranus wants you to take risks. And I'm not telling you to, I don't know. I don't even know that situation, but I do want to hear your story. And that's the thing. Y'all are going to be able to, it's going to be it's going to be so nice. All right. Nikki, you tore some tendons, your left foot. Your friends I haven't spoken about a week. SMH. Wait. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like there is a lot of tests a lot of people are going through. And remember, for some signs, a lot of it is your support system. A lot of it is but what I've realized and what makes everything easier for me is the things that I'm going through, I know a lot of other people are going through the same thing now, but in different ways, because the energies have been strong. We did have Mars opposite Saturn, and it's not one of those things where it's different from Uranus. There can be something like being locked out of my apartment, right? That happens like that. Mars opposite Saturn, it can creep up and just kind of make things hard for you. And then it stays there for a little bit in the back. So you feel it for a week or 2 weeks. So everyone, and Mercury was retrograde, and there was so much that was happening. So that I'm sorry about your foot. And, remember there's Chiron, sun with the sun trine current, remember that's healing, right? Healing. So, Jennifer, you got me through such hard times lately. I watch your Aquarius videos and they help me get through a heartbreak. I'm in the other side of it now and working on my real estate career. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad to hear that. And by the way, yeah. Remember, I said, if you're in Aquarius, remember, I just said Uranus is moving back into Taurus. That's your 4th house. Talk about divine timing. Talk about divine timing. That's your 4th house. That's property matters. That's realtor, real estate. That's all of that. So any Aquarius is going to have changes with home, with Uranus. But again, think about all the things like, remember, I'm an Aquarius too, right? So when Uranus was in Taurus since 2018, everybody think about what happened in your life 2018, 2019, when Uranus, whenever it does an ingress, it comes in pretty hard, especially in Taurus. Yeah. Think about just even in the world what happened in 2018. So for Aquarians, it's our fourth house, home, family, right? Domestic sector. I moved 3 times. And I think it was the first 2 years too. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna, Marshall, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Oh my gosh, y'all are really gonna make me cry. I'm gonna. It's so good to see. And Laura, it's so good to see y'all. It's so good, and I love y'all. And so y'all were at the tarot readings, the free tarot readings, and again, I hope that you enjoyed it. And oh my gosh, maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do another one as kind of like I'm trying to figure out like how to do this. Like, I want to do so much for you. I want to do so much for all of y'all. I'm just so grateful for all of y'all that have joined. And, I think that, that the Great Awakener, it's just been a project that works for a long time. I quit my full-time job. I just so much energy and time and passion into it. So it just means so much to me when I see that someone joins and becomes a member. And that's why it's also like at the same time, like all those questions and comments I saw from y'all from over the weekend, that I was like, oh my gosh, what? It's like, I don't know. It's like if I was having like a house party, yeah, and there was someone just blocking everyone from coming in, and I was inside with some people and I didn't know about it. And everyone was blocked by, I don't know, some clowns, like and wouldn't let him in. And it just like, it hits right here. I'm like, what? No, that's what's happened. So I feel really, really, really bad about what happened, because a lot of y'all had, troubles, with the sign up. And I was like, oh my gosh, no one, I hired people to just so I wasn't working 120 hours a week. But that's what Uranus wants for me, because I have to just I had to fix a lot of things. And, the thing with Ruby happened. That's just been getting a little bit more of a thing. And so I've had to, so it's been a bonkers week. But I do appreciate, and so I appreciate all y'all. I'm going to, okay. I'm going to stop. Cheryl, yes. I knew you'd quit your job, Jimmy. You were called to do this. I'm so glad you owned it and stepped into it like a boss. You've helped me so much. I'm so glad to be on this journey with you. Well, I'm so glad you're here on this journey with me. And and it really means so much to me, y'all. I can't even. And even like during the tarots, when we were doing the free tarot, by the way, oh my gosh. And if you haven't, and because I'm probably I'll just put it here. I haven't, well, no, I'm not gonna do it yet. I got it, because that's still a secret where oh wait, no, shoot, it's not a secret anymore. But I'm just gonna, that's it right there. So so I have the handle, the official Great Awakener for if there's things that we're gonna do, but I figured something out to, you can make me private and stuff. Anyway, but it was so nice to see that a lot of your questions, a lot of y'all are, opening up businesses that, are healing, healing services and doing things that are within this realm. And it was so moving for me. It was so moving. And it was just a great way for me to get to know y'all too, with the so anyway, all right, thank you so much, Ellen. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please grab a jar of a nut butter, a piece of fruit right off now. I do, I knew, my voice, and I'm gonna, Thank you so much, Ellen. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're feeling better. And the food is just sitting out in the hallway. I ordered a bagel and like 2 iced teas because I need a, yeah. So, okay. Y'all, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. I gotta go. I got my live stream, so I have to go prepare for that. I hope y'all come. It's yeah, I hope you come. All right. And it is for the the paid members, but I got to go there, and it's at greatawakener.com, and it's easy. You'll see the button that just says join the live stream, and yeah, at 12 in 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, it feels like I'm going on stage or something. I'm like, this is a big deal. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll see you there. I still have to put some notes together too, so I'm gonna eat real fast. I gotta put some notes together, and then I'll see y'all there. Y'all are amazing. Anita, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. I can't even. Y'all are gonna make me cry. I'm gonna do, but I will, y'all. I'm gonna do a live stream later because I really want you to know the story that happened. Like I can't even. It just like I think about what happened, and it's just like it does. Things like that don't happen in real life, but then there's something that happened with the Venus-Jupiter Sirius conjunction, and it just there are some moments that happen. And it just makes me in awe of how real astrology is. Because at the end of the day, yes, everyone felt that Venus-Jupiter Sirius conjunction. And remember, it's a process. So a lot of y'all may not have felt it like right on the day. Some of y'all probably did. It really depends on your chart and how things are set up, but you will feel that. And so that's what I really love about that energy. Okay. But it really, something happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. So I'll do a later live stream. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction, and I want you to think about your lives, okay? Earlier this week, around August 12th, okay? There should have been some sort of focus on your support system, people that care about you, yeah? And you could have even seen maybe some of your, like me, right? Or some of your, like people that you watch and people that inspire you, empower you. You could have felt them have a little bit more of a charge that day too, around that time earlier this week. But anyway, y'all are amazing. Okay. Thank you so much. I will come see me at Great Awakener. Come see me at the things in the link. For the thing. I can't even talk. All right. Y'all are amazing. All right. I'm going to go over there now. All right. So September, is big. All right. But August, you got 2 weeks. So just really, really great windows. Really great windows. All right. Y'all, love y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right. I'm going to see you over there. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are going to be, I'm going to go get my food. I'll get my bagel. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you over there. All right. Bye, y'all. Have an amazing weekend too. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.